there's very few people who are deluded enough to actually believe that censorship doesn't happen on YouTube. Pretty much the only people who don't believe that are people who just Google, does YouTube censor opinions? And then the first link says, no, they don't. Goodbye. And then they'll believe it. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki receives Free Expression Award from Pro First Amendment Group. And it's important to note, as the subtitle says, the event was sponsored by YouTube. So, if you don't know what that effectively means, she gave the award to herself. I don't know what to say. Factually speaking, YouTube is the least free website on the internet, except maybe TikTok. Because I've already had 4 fucking very tame videos already taken off of TikTok. My account hasn't been banned, but the videos have. But I mean, being one step down from a communist China website is not that great. I mean, saying we're better than TikTok is like Onision saying I'm better than a pedophile. Like, what the fuck do I say to this? Free speech on YouTube? It barely exists. They censor everything. Even if people say, this is my opinion, you censor that. You demonetize people, shadow ban people, delete videos, delete whole accounts for a few videos. You don't give proper warnings. You don't communicate with your users. You don't offer reasonable explanations for anything. You go against your own terms. I mean, what the fuck else do I need to say? You're in cahoots with Google to censor information that has nothing to do with what you typed in, where a lot of people, especially with my lessons, have learned that if you want to get valuable information that is actually based on what you typed in, you have to go to Bing and all these things. I mean, YouTube gave the mainstream media $20 million a couple years ago to post their bullshit on YouTube, so that when you do search stuff on YouTube, the first page of results for whatever you typed in are mainstream media sources before getting to independent people such as myself. I mean, the list goes on. But okay, let's read. After an unprecedented year of YouTube censorship, it's been bad since like 2013, 2014. The Freedom Forum Institute, a group which states that its mission is to foster First Amendment freedoms for all. Okay. Why don't we just correct this? You mean First Amendment freedoms for people who pay your website, has given YouTube CEO a Free Expression Award. This is on the same level as giving Black Lives Matter a Nobel Peace Prize. Let's give Onision an award for best ECE at a daycare center. Let's give Adolf Hitler a acceptance award of all people, specifically Jews. I mean, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? The homepage for the 2021 Expression Awards and Festival states that it recognizes individuals for their courageous acts of free and fearless expression. Yeah, you know, YouTube is terrified of facts, but they're fearless. Okay. Fearless to ban people? Okay. Enlist YouTube as a signature sponsor. In a video promoting the award, Wojcicki proposed that removing content only becomes censorship when you go too far. Oh, and YouTube hasn't gone too far, you think? You actually believe YouTube hasn't gone too far? Right. So, is it not too far when you see somebody doing something horrible? Like, here's a couple of examples. Like Onision literally abusing people online and offline for over 10 years, but you delete the videos of people talking about him, but you still leave him up. Or when Logan Paul filmed that dead body, you didn't delete his video, but you deleted videos where people were talking about it. and you didn't even take any action until you were literally forced to, and then Logan Paul deleted the video himself. You didn't even fucking delete it. Is that what you mean by too far? I think you need to read the dictionary here. We remove content that violates our policies. So facts violate your policy. Yeah, well, I could have figured that. You can go too far, and that can become censorship. And so when we have been working really hard to figure out what's the right way to balance responsibility with freedom of speech, this website is just like barely a step down the ladder from communist China, okay? YouTube is basically North Korea. So don't even, you fucking bitch. During an interview, she then discussed how censorship impacted her personally when her grandfather stayed in Poland after World War II. Well, that kind of tells me something. Maybe her mind is set in World War II. It was behind the Iron Curtain, a political boundary that divided Europe for more than 45 years, and was infamous, blah, blah. I saw how difficult it was to communicate with him, to be able to worry about what you were saying to him and for him to have concerns about what was said or what was even being sent to him. I don't care. Like, this is just the most stupid bullshit. Insisted that YouTube wants to represent as many views as possible. Represent as many views as possible. Oh my god. This is like a comedy sketch. Is this The Onion? Is this the Babylon Bee? Is this CNN? Is this BuzzFeed? What the fuck is this? Susan, you should do stand-up comedy. You represent as many views as possible. While shadow banning, deleting, demonetizing as many views as humanly possible. You even delete what people say, because if people use words like pedophile, rape, predator, stuff like that, you demonetize the video just for saying those words, let alone the ideas. You've literally implemented into the algorithm censoring the comment section. You've literally made it so that if people are just in the fucking comments and type certain things like words you don't like or facts you don't like, you literally auto-delete the comments. I have argued with multiple people in the comment section about Black Lives Matter, for example, posting literal stats like crime stats between black people, stats about rioting, stats, just stats about Black Lives Matter that the mainstream media and SJWs don't like. And every time I post a comment like that, it gets auto-deleted. You talk about free speech on YouTube? Never mind a YouTube video. You don't even allow comments anymore that express free speech or opinions or even literal statistical facts. You are pathetic. I'm not even gonna read this fucking bullshit. I'm not gonna give you any more of my time, Susan. You are literally a fucking Nazi. And I'm not even talking about how SJWs use the term Nazi, because SJWs call anybody who disagrees with them a Nazi. I'm talking about the actual literal definition of the word. You are a fucking Nazi, Susan. This website treats people like they're in a virtual concentration camp. This is one of the worst websites on the internet for free speech aside from TikTok. You are pathetic. Do you guys remember that fucking meme of Obama giving Obama a fucking medal? That's Susan right here. Who the fuck do you think you're fucking tricking with this? There's a lot of content that technically meets the spirit of what we're trying to do, but it's borderline. And so for that content, we'll just reduce, meaning we're not going to recommend it to our users. So you think this is not it's still on the platform, but it's content that is not necessarily recommended by our platform. So wait a minute. So you think that censorship is okay as long as you leave the videos up? You're still hiding the videos. you're still not letting the videos pop up when people type in the exact title. Just because you leave them there doesn't mean you're not hiding them, which is still a form of censorship. Holy fuck, Susan, you are like the worst. At one point in this article, I'm not going to scroll through it right now, you can read it yourself if you want, but at some point, I don't remember where in the article it says this, but I read it yesterday. Somewhere in here it says that we do sometimes delete content that we don't like, but it's still free speech, or something stupid like that. You are like, oh my god. There's a video. Okay, I can't even end this. We have to watch this.
I'm so excited to be here tonight to present Susan Wojcicki with the Free Expression Award. As the CEO of YouTube, Susan is facing some of the most critical issues around free expression today. When billions of people are on your platform every day, how do you make sure that everybody has a voice but also feels safe? And how do you do that across the versions of YouTube that exist in 100 different countries and 80 different languages? These questions are important to me because YouTube is where I found my voice. You might not be able to tell by looking at me, but I'm blind. I lost the majority of my vision when I was 14, and that year it felt like my life was falling apart. Until the same sense of community gave me is
shaping the way that over 1 billion people access the media. She is unquestionably one
Because you're pushing the mainstream media?
of the most powerful media executives on the planet.
Yeah, she is one of the most powerful. Too much power. It's called big tech, and you're giving these people too much power. You're literally making websites into their own personal government. In fact, Project Veritas literally exposed that. A guy literally openly admitted that websites like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube actually want to have their own government. If you don't think that they have too much power and control, you are brain dead.
Video has never been easier to create. It's never been easier to watch. And so we think about ourselves...
Oh, it's never been easier to watch, right? So the difficulty of people making videos, the difficulty of people having to censor their own words in their video by either replacing the words entirely or bleeping it out. The fact that people have to be careful about what tags they use, what title they use, what descriptions they use, because you scan that shit for also keywords that you don't like. The fact that you literally shadow ban, demonetize, delete videos, ban the whole channels because of opinions that you don't fucking agree with. I mean, it's never been easier. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't even lie to me. I've been on YouTube since it started in 2005. Right up until 2010, when Google and Viacom bought YouTube, it was actually free. I was literally allowed to say whatever I wanted. And the comment section censorship only started last year. I can't look at this woman's face anymore. Susan, burn in hell.